Yasudanandanam Rajajadaram Yamunatiram Vanasawani Yamunatiram Vanasawani Jaya Radham Govinda Madharam Dam Govinda Madhav Shri Radhe Jaya Radham Shri Radhe Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Krishna Ram Ram Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Gauranitai Nitai Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev Shri Shri Radha Govinda Madhav ki Shri Krishna Balaram ki Shri Gauranitai ki Shri Prabhupada ki jai Shrimad Bhagavatam ki Swagatam Suswagatam. So who wants the class to be in English? Please raise your hand. Two.
You want to what? Français in English?
Qui veut la classe en français? So there's some people who don't want neither in English nor in French. Il y en a qui la veulent ni en français ni en anglais. Il y en a qui la veulent ni en français ni en anglais. So who wants the class in English? Please raise your hands. 4, 5. Ok. Et qui c'est qui la veut en français? Il y en a moins en français quand même. Hein.
Mais il faut une traduction. J'essaie de traduire en français si tu veux.
Le simultané alors?
En simultané, c'est dur.
Ah non, c'est trop long sinon.
Non, c'est bien.
Non, c'est trop long.
Pour les gens qui vont être à Internet, ils ont les deux choses. C'est important.
Oui, mais... Mais toi, en derrière, et tu traduis en simultané?
C'est difficile pour moi de traduire.
Moi, je peux faire les deux si vous voulez.
Voilà, faites les deux, mais bien. Hein.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Agyantimiram Dasya Gyananjara Sharakaya Chakshu Militam Yena Tashmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manubhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupam Kadamayam Radati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutabadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Sa Shri Rupa Sagrajatam Sahagana Ragunatam Vitam Tam Samjivam Sadvetam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitam Scha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jigatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gorangi Radhe Vrindavaneshvari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Panamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripasindhubhyaiva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Vrishaparva. The king of the demons, le roi des démons. Tamagyaya, understanding the motive of Shukracharya, en comprenant le motif de Shukracharya. Pratyanika, some curse, quelques malédictions. Vivakshitam, desiring to speak, désirant parler. Gurum, his spiritual master Shukracharya. Son guru Shukracharya. Prasadayat is satisfied immediately. Il l'a satisfait immédiatement. Murna, with his head, avec sa tête. Padayo, at the feet, aux pieds. Patita, fell down, est tombé. Pati, on the road, dans la rue. Translation. King Vrishaparva understood that Shukracharya was coming to chastise or curse him. Consequently, before Shukracharya came to his house, Vrishaparva went out and fell down in the street at the feet of his guru and satisfied him, checking his wrath. King Vrishaparva comprit alors que Shukracharya venait le châtier ou le maudire. Par conséquence, avant que Shukracharya arrive à sa maison, Vrishaparva est sorti et tomba dans la rue au pied de son gourou en le satisfaisant ainsi, et en même temps, il a entravé sa colère. 27. Kshanarda Manu Bhagavan Shishyam Vyachasta Bhargavaha Kamosya Kriyatam Rajan Nenam Tyaktum Ihot Sahe. The powerful Shukracharya was angry for a few moments, but upon being satisfied, he said to Vrishaparva, "My dear king, kindly fulfill the desire of Devayani, for she is my daughter, and in this world I cannot give her up or neglect her." Le puissant Shukracharya fut en colère pendant quelques instants, mais il devint satisfait et dit alors à Vrishaparva, "Mon cher roi, voulez-vous gentiment satisfaire le désir de Devayani, car elle est ma fille, et dans ce monde, on ne peut pas ni l'abandonner, ni la négliger." Purport. Sometimes a great personality like Shukracharya cannot neglect sons and daughters, for sons and daughters are by nature dependent on their father, and the father has affection for them. Although Shukracharya knew that the quarrel between Devayani and Samishta was childish, as Devayani's father, he had to side with his daughter. He didn't like to do this, but he was obliged to because of affection. He plainly admitted that although he shouldn't have asked the king for mercy for his daughter, because of affection, he could not avoid doing so. Je ne rapporté. Parfois, une grande personnalité comme Shukracharya ne peut négliger ni ses fils ni ses filles, car les fils et les filles sont par nature dépendants de leur père, et le père a de l'affection envers eux. Bien que Shukracharya savait que cette querelle entre Devayani et Samishta était puérile, en tant que père de Devayani, il a dû se ranger du côté de sa fille. Il n'a pas aimé ceci, mais il fut obligé, de par son affection pour elle, il admit plainly, totalement, yeah. Il admet totalement que quoi qu'il n'aurait pas dû demander au roi de la miséricorde envers sa fille, dû à son affection pour elle, il n'a pas pu l'éviter. Hare Krishna. So, you all know the storyline of this story?
Not really.
You should come every day. Yeah. So, vous connaissez l'histoire ou pas du tout de ce passage? Okay. You are just brand new, huh? Are you coming for the first time here? Wow, amazing. It's a good place to be, huh? So, how did you manage to come here? Did you get to know someone? Or? Comment ça se fait que vous êtes là? Vous avez, par hasard, vous êtes tombé sur eux?
Volontaire.
Ah d'accord, vous êtes volontaire, ok.
Ces deux personnes sont italiennes.
In Torino?
Yes.
Wow. There is one devotee there. Govardhan Puja, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so you are all brand new. So basically, it's a nice, this is Srimad Bhagavatam. Do you know this book, everyone? Nigama kalpatalo galitam phalam shukamu kadarita dravya samyutam. The Vedic tree, the Vedas, have you heard of the Vedas? The Vedas means, in Sanskrit, Ved. Vid Dhatu. This is the root. Dhatu means the verbal root, means to know. Dhatu. So Ved means the reservoir of all the Vedic knowledge. Whichever you can think of in terms of knowledge to be acquired is within the Vedas. Tout ce que l'on peut. Donc là vraiment, on comprend que vous venez d'arriver. Donc je vais commencer peut-être un peu plus bas qu'ici. Donc les Védas les Védas émanent du souffle de Dieu. Il y a un verset qui dit dans le Brihad Aryanaka Upanishad, les Védas émanent du souffle de Dieu. Donc les Védas n'ont pas d'âge. Même Krishna n'ose pas dire dans la Gita, qu'est-ce qu'il dit 15-15, Vedesh Shasaver Aham Evavedyo Vedantakri Vedavit Evachaham. Il dit j'ai compilé le Vedanta en tant que Vyasadeva. Les Védas sont censés me connaître, mais jamais vous verrez nulle part Krishna dire qu'il a écrit les Védas. Puisque les Védas émanent de son souffle. Yeah. So basically, the Vedas are breathed out from the breathing of the Lord. So even Lord Krishna himself will never admit that he has written the Vedas. And the Vedas are Shruti, they are Shabda Brahman. Shabda Brahman means the transcendental sound. Om Anivriti Shabdat. The Vedic sound is so powerful that it will purify you deep inside. So we are hearing today Srimad Bhagavatam, Nigama Kalpatalo Garitam Phalam Shukanabrita Dravya Samyutam. This is the ripened fruit of the desire of the Vedic tree. And the Vedas are so wide, so all-encompassing, that all domains of knowledge are within the Vedas. You cannot think of something which doesn't exist in the Vedas. Architecture, Dhanurda, military arts, Ayurveda, medicine, Paravidya. We are dealing with Paravidya. Paravidya means transcendental knowledge. Donc l'idée c'est que rien n'échappe au Védas. On ne peut pas concevoir d'une connaissance qui n'existe pas dans les Védas. En fait, ce que l'on possède ici-bas sur Terre en ce moment, surtout en Occident, ce sont des moignons de connaissances. Des moignons, des rudiments. On balbutie dans l'ignorance. Vous voyez ? Donc, quelqu'un d'intelligent, qu'est-ce qu'il fait ? Il ne va pas réinventer la roue, mais il se réfère au souffle de Dieu, n'est-ce pas ? Le souffle de Dieu a été donné... En fait, Krishna va souffler sur l'humanité, n'est-ce pas, pour pouvoir que l'on puisse recevoir les Védas, afin de pouvoir vivre correctement. Donc en fait, les Védas, si vous voulez, c'est un manuel d'instruction. Dites-vous bien ça. Vous comprenez un manuel ? Vous achetez une télé, vous achetez un truc comme ça, il y a un manuel. Donc les Védas, c'est un manuel d'instruction. Comment vivre décemment en ce monde. Alors bien sûr, dans les Védas, vous avez deux façons de faire. Vous avez Nivritti Marg et Pravritti Marg. So within the Vedas, you find two modus operandum. This is a Latin word. Modus operandum means two ways to function within the scope of the Vedas. Nivritti Marg and Pravritti Marg. Pravritti Marg means you want to stay in this world. Who wants to stay in this world? Please raise your hand. Well, some people may...
Lord Chaitanya wants us to be there and participate in the Sankirtan.
Okay, very good. So those who want to stay in this world, you have your own volition, you have your own free will. Please consult the Vedas. There's a whole section dealing with that, Pravritti Marg, how to fulfill the material desires within the scope of the Vedas. At least you don't make any sinful activities, you don't perform sinful activities. You refer yourself to the Vedas. Just like if you want to have a nice technology type of item like this to function properly, you have to read the manual, isn't it? Otherwise, you're going to make a mess out of it. You don't know how to use this thing. So you have to refer to the manual. So if you want to stay in this world, please read the Vedas. There's a certain portion of the Vedas dealing with that, how to make your stay comfortable, comfortably numb, like the Pink Floyd used to say. If you want to remain comfortably numb in this world, follow the Vedas. Now, the purpose of the Vedas is somewhat different, the ultimate purpose. Natevidu svadagati mivishtum durashaya yebahirata maninaha. Unfortunately, most of the people who follow the Vedas do not know the goal of the Vedas. C'est souvent le problème, même des religieux. Au nom de la religion, on s'installe ici-bas dans un monde confortable. On pense que la religion est faite pour s'asseoir dans ce monde correctement, décemment, pieusement, religieusement, au nom de Dieu. Et c'est tout à fait honorable comme démarche, mais il est vrai que le but ultime de la religion est différent. Donc, la conscience de Krishna, ce mouvement, il y en a plein partout sur Terre, on a à peu près 800 temples sur Terre. Eh bien, Srila Prabhupada, notre fondateur, nous a indiqué le but ultime des Védas. On appelle ça Prayas and Shreyas, right? Shreyas means you want something immediate, right? But Prayas means it's a long-term benefit, long-term benefit. And it takes goodness, it takes the mode of goodness. So, we are being told in this movement by our founder right here, Srila Prabhupada, he could have spent his time revealing all different types of portions of the Vedas. But because he was compassionate, he knows that the living entity has been wandering. Brahmanta Brahmite Kono Bhagavan Jiva, Guru Krishna Prashadi Pori Bhakti Lata Beach. We have been wandering in this world. You have been loitering. We have been loitering in the streets, actually. Just like you see, Oftentimes you see youth and youngsters, they became wretched and despondent. They kind of picked up a quarrel with their parents and they slammed the door on the parents. They kind of dropped out from school, hang out together, you know. But if you, deep inside of their heart, they know their life is miserable. But they have no other choice. Because see, we are caught up in the complexities of this material world. Bhagavad Gita explains, 3.5, everyone is born to act according to the qualities he has acquired from the modes of nature. We have contacted the modes. What are the 3 modes of nature?
Ignorance.
Well, start from the top, it's better. Goodness. Oh, okay. Okay. Goodness, passion, ignorance. So because we have contacted those 3 modes of influence, we tend to become entangled. You follow? Purusha prakriti stori, bhukti prakriti jangunam, karanam guna sangosya, sadasa masu. Just like an insect you have seen, he's getting close, he wants to enjoy, he wants to eat his food. But little does he know that nearby there's a cobweb. And he may see even a prey on the cobweb, right? So he's saying, well, great, it's kind of standing still. Let me grab this prey and eat it. But by himself going on the cobweb, he gets caught up himself in his own turn. He has become entangled himself, just like the prey he was coveting. He becomes caught up in the cobweb. Because we want to enjoy the fruits of this world, we become caught up in the complexities of this material world. Vous comprenez? Du fait que on cherche à satisfaire nos désirs immédiats, qui sont en fonction du corps, n'est-ce pas? On a des corps, on a un corps, on a des sens d'action, des sens de perception, et donc on est attiré par les objets des sens. Vous comprenez? Vos yeux sont attirés par quoi? Les formes. Les formes, super. Les belles. Ah, c'est normal, on est attiré par ce qui est beau. Un homme va regarder une femme va regarder un homme, on regarde un beau paysage, une belle voiture. Il y a beaucoup de formes qui sont belles, qui sont nobles. L'aérodynamisme, c'est une science. Les gens dans la construction automobile le savent, ils vont faire des voitures très belles, des belles formes, parce que ça va attirer l'œil du client, n'est-ce pas? Donc tous nos sens sont modulés pour être attirés par les objets des sens. Le nez est attiré par les odeurs, l'oreille, les sons. La main, c'est quel sens la main? Le toucher. Qu'est-ce qu'on veut toucher?
Des choses douces.
Des choses douces. On peut appréhender, cette table est dure, n'est-ce pas? Pourquoi je peux en conclure que cette table est dure? Parce que j'ai des poils sur ma peau. C'est la peau qui permet d'appréhender les sensations tactiles. Donc, vous voyez, notre corps est doté. Notre corps est doté de sens afin qu'on puisse satisfaire nos désirs. C'est un arrangement de Krishna. Actually, we shouldn't have taken a body in the first place. Because we wanted to enjoy independently of Krishna, we have been endowed with a body. So Krishna is very kind. You want to satisfy yourself in this way, so I'm going to give you a body suited to your needs. You follow? So just like you have seen those who like water, they like the waves. What do? They surf on the waves. In Hawaii and even in Portugal. I've seen the biggest waves in the world. You know where they are? Alzare. 35 meters wave. 35 meters. You follow? 35 meters. And some people are surfing the wave. 35 meters means it's a building. So Krishna can detect, oh, he likes water, he likes to surf. So let me give him a body of a fish. It's more suited to his needs. You follow? So what's going to happen is, now in the realm of Krishna consciousness, Srila Prabhupada first day taught us that the real purpose of life is to get out. For that matter, we're going to follow different portions of the Vedas, like the Upanishads. Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita. Have you heard of Bhagavad Gita? It's an Upanishad. So the Upanishads, they mark the beginning of transcendental life, the beginning of transcendental inquiry. If you want to inquire, why am I suffering? Why this world? Who am I? What is next? What is after death? Then you have to refer yourself to a different portion. It's called Nivritti Marg. Nivritti Marg means you want to cease. You want to finish with these unlimited streams of material desires. Because where are the material desires coming from? Did you ask yourself, where are they coming from, your material desires?
The mind.
Very good. And Krishna says in the Gita twice, 255, 624. But as he says, 255, Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Prajahati Yadakaman Savan Perta Manugatan Atmaniva Manatushta Stita Prayota Duchate. The mind fabricates desire. That is his job. What do you do in life? I fabricate desire. Just like a factory of Renault, the Renault cars, what do? They manufacture cars. So the mind, Sankalpa Prabhavam Kamams, it's mentioned in 624. Krishna says, Sankalpa Prabhavam Kamams. Kamam means desire. They are concocted. You understand? To concoct. They are fabricated in the mind. How do they come about? As I told you, we have senses. We contemplate the objects of the senses. Then what is the mind actually? What is the function of the mind?
To think, to feel, and to desire.
Very good. Thinking, willing, feeling. But the mind is like a matrimonial agency. Pourquoi vous allez voir une agence matrimoniale? Il y en a qui vont voir des agences matrimoniales. Pourquoi vous allez voir? Pour trouver l'homme de votre vie ou la femme de votre vie. Pardon? L'âme sœur. Donc l'idée c'est que c'est le travail du mental. Le mental va mettre en contact nos sens avec les objets des sens. Il fait la connexion, de binding, de bonding. You follow? Donc le mental est une agence matrimoniale, ni plus ni moins. Ni plus ni moins. Donc voilà. Donc ça veut dire quoi? Ça veut dire que vous allez rentrer dans une démarche qui est éternelle. Parce que vous satisfaisez un désir, vous l'avez vu, vous êtes des êtres humains comme moi. Vous avez satisfait, imaginons que vous arrivez à satisfaire un désir. Qu'est-ce qui se passe après? Le mental, entre-temps, a déjà fabriqué un autre désir subséquent au premier désir satisfait. Vous voyez? Donc, vous êtes... Et qu'est-ce qui se passe? C'est très compliqué, c'est la loi du karma. Eh bien, ce désir plus ou moins satisfait va entraîner une succession de désirs suivants. Et donc, le mental va continuer à entretenir ces désirs, même s'ils sont pieux, même s'ils sont pieux. C'est le même système. Donc, qu'est-ce qui se passe? Vous allez devoir subir les conséquences de vos désirs. Vous voulez faire du bien. Imaginons que vous êtes une bonne personne, c'est le cas puisque vous êtes là. Vous voulez faire que du bien, aider les autres, Mère Teresa, Gandhi. Il y a plein de gens qui ont été très bien dans l'humanité. Et on en parle dans les livres d'histoire. On apprend à l'école, effectivement, Gandhi, Mère Teresa. Effectivement. Donc, mais là, quel est l'inconvénient de ceci? quel est le... Il y a une conséquence, même en faisant que du bien, qui est finalement désastreuse. Quelle est la conséquence karmique que de ne faire que du bien matériel? Aider les gens, les nourrir, les vêtir. Voilà. Right. He mentioned that it's going to force us to come back to enjoy the good fruits of our pious deeds. You follow? Yastrinda gopa Madhavendra svakarma banda nurup ataiva bhajanatanuti karmani nirdahati kinchu chabakti bhajam govinda madi purusham tamaham bhajami. See, whether you are in the dev, you are in a demigod living in celestial worlds, whether you are an insect, Indragop, everyone is bound up by the reactions of his work. You cannot escape. Whether you do good or bad, karmatmakam, yanasharya, karmatmakam. As soon as you do something with a fruitive desire, whether it be good or bad, karmatmakam. Karmatmakam means it's going to color your mind. Just like we have white bulbs here, the light emitted by the bulbs is whitish. You put some green bulbs, the light will be greenish. You put some red bulbs, very simple. So your mind is colored, karmatmakam, by the intent of your purpose. You want to do good? Great. You're going to reap the fruits of doing good, but this will force you to come back. And coming back means Janma Mrityu Jalavyadi, Dukkha Anudarshanam, birth, growth, progeny. You want to Uttaya, you want to have children, any species of life, you want to have children. Then dwindling, death. This is the price to pay. So someone who is intelligent, he just ponders upon things and he comes to understand it's not worth it. So unless and until you haven't come to that stage, you will be prone to again look at the Pravriti Marg section of the Vedas. Pravriti Marg means I want to fulfill my material desires in a religious way. You follow? No one can deny that it's part of the game, but for those who are intelligent and who are more advanced spiritually, they will conclude it's not worth it. So how do you come out? How do you come out? How do you act? What is the prerogative to act in such a way that it can free you? It should have a therapeutic effect. Please reply, try to come up with an answer. Or to act in such a way that you can break free, break loose from the chain, from the karmic chains. Yes?
Acting just in the spiritual platform, purely in the spiritual platform, for the pleasure of Krishna.
Yeah, Narad Muni gives a beautiful example in 1.5, 20, 21, somewhere. He says, just like a therapist, a doctor, let's say you have been eating, now it's Christmas, New Year's Eve, people eat a lot, Let's say they eat a lot of dairy products, or too much milk. Then you you have a disorder in your bowels. Isn't it? You become sick due to overindulgence in milky products. So how do you find a remedy for that? If you have indigestion, what do you take? You're going to take milky products in a different form. Yogurt, very good. Et il a raison. Donc, merci de me remettre sur le français. Donc, l'idée, c'est que il va donc utiliser du yaourt, qui est un produit dérivé du lait, mais il va l'utiliser de manière thérapeutique. Donc, la même action qui auparavant vous contraignait et vous entravait, qui vous liait, kama bandhan, eh bien, la même action va vous libérer. Pourquoi? Parce qu'elle a été administrée sous le conseil d'un gourou, sous le conseil d'un docteur qui connaît. Vous avez un problème de digestif, monsieur. Prenez un amalgame, prenez, un mélange de yaourt, avec bien sûr peut-être un élément médical dedans, hein, ça c'est clair. Mais la même chose qui vous a rendu malade va vous sortir d'affaire. Donc l'action, Yadhyat kamanonracha lokoyam kamabandanaha tadatam kamakonteya mukta samachara. It's mentioned by Narad that we should use the action in a therapeutic manner. And the very same action that used to bind you is going to allow you to break free from the tree of work. This is quite an amazing science, the science of action. It's given in Srimad Bhagavatam, in Bhagavad Gita. So how to act in such a way that you can break free from the reactions. Comment agir de telle manière qu'on ne s'empêtre pas dans la matière. Very simple. He's right here. Vas-y. Et pour Krishna. Si tu fais par amour, c'est bien. Ça parle d'un bon sentiment. Mais si tu fais par amour pour ton peuple, ou pour ta nation, ou pour ta famille, c'est encore un empêtrement. Inversement, que dit Narad, hein, c'est quoi le verset sur le... Lorsqu'on nourrit l'arbre à la racine, Yata taro mulu nulichanena mula. Mula means root. If you water the root of the tree, all the twigs, all the branches, all the flowers will benefit from that watering of the tree. So if you yasmin vigate savamevam vigatam bhavanti, if you yasmin tushte jagat tushte, if you worship Krishna, if you give water to Krishna, if you feed, if you nurture, if you can channel your love towards Krishna, automatically your whole the tree of work, your tree of work, you are entitled to actions, will become purified. Your activities will purify you and others. Why? Because you have watered the tree, the original tree. Krishna is the original tree. So here, you can see a great sage like Shukracharya. Can you imagine Shukracharya is the guru of the demons? But don't think he's a nobody. Eh? Is mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says, yes, Shukracharya is the guru of the demigods, of the asuras, the demons. But he himself, they had his daughter Devayani had a childish quarrel with another girlfriend of hers. They mixed up the clothes. I mean, they were bathing together in some ghat, and while coming out of the water, they mixed up the clothes. Is that a big deal? And what happened? The girls, they became, they rebuked each other, and it escalated, and it became such a big case. She complained to her daughter, to her father, please, she has taken my clothes. I mean, it's like baby talk, basically. Baby talk. And the father, powerful Shukracharya, is kind of admitting here what to do. I cannot give her up. I cannot neglect her, my dear king. The king was the father, of the other girl with whom Devayani had picked up a quarrel with. You know? So the father got involved in just like you have children, picking up, bickering amongst themselves, and you have to sort out their bickering, and you have to side. Or you have to side with your son, the father is going to side with his son or his daughter. I mean, it's quite childish, isn't it? So this is the case of today. The father is admitting, well, my dear king is speaking to the other father, I have to side with my daughter. And I mean, it became quite a big, big case. The daughter of the king had to become the slave of the daughter of Shukracharya. Just for a tiny childish action. So you can see, in the mature world, things escalate. Like a war. How did World War I started? Do you know? How did World War I started? Have you been to school? World War I started because the King of Austria was murdered. Of course, it's a big thing. I mean, one guy got killed. He's a king. It's a big thing. But I mean, that triggered off the whole, a continental war. Can you imagine? And why Hitler waged the war on Europe? Also childish. Why? Why Hitler, basically he triggered off the whole World War II. Why did he want to get back at someone? For that matter, he triggered off the whole World War II.
His father or his mother?
Sorry?
His father or no?
No. See, the Jews betrayed Germany at the turn of the century.
How? Betrayed?
Betrayed, ça veut dire trahir. Les Juifs ont trahi l'Allemagne au début du XXe siècle.
How?
How? Very good point. Because, see, Jews are everywhere, as you know. They are all over the world. They were in Germany, in America, in France, in UK. So, as you know, Jews are always very much close-knit. Their community is quite close-knit. And they had some vested interest. Vested interest, you understand? Ils avaient ils avaient, comment dirais-je, des intérêts lucratifs. So what they did, the Jews of Germany, for the sake of big profit, vested interest, they neglected the politics of Germany at that time, and they sided with the other Jews from UK, from France, from America. And that brought down the whole economy of Germany. So Hitler was very young in those days. He was born in Austria. And he just came to the conclusion that the Jews betrayed my country for the sake of their own community. So I have to get back at them. That is why he had a severe animosity towards the Jews. And he wanted to eradicate them. Then he came to power, to make a long story short, he came to power and he vowed to himself and to others, yes, I want to exterminate those guys. Because they misbehaved, they misconducted themselves during World War I. So he wanted to get back at them. Again, same here, vengeance, get even to someone. You can see it's petty things because we are not a body, we're just traversing life. We are in transit. Just like you go to some airport to catch a plane. You miss your plane, my dear sir, you have to wait 15 hours in the airport. Are you going to try to settle in the airport? Put curtains on the windows? Try to decorate the airport, the waiting room? Try to, set yourself up in the waiting room. We are just in the waiting room. We are just traversing life. Get married, kids. It's just a waiting room. The purpose of the airport, what is the purpose to going to the airport? To stay in the waiting room forever? Get on your plane. Go home. So this is Nivritti Marg. Nivritti Marg means get on the plane. But for that, you need at least to come to the mode of goodness. Because if you're not in the mode of goodness, if I'm not in the mode of goodness, you're going to miss the plane. They won't allow you inside the plane. You need a boarding pass. The boarding pass means mode of goodness. Sattva gun. What is mode of goodness? C'est quoi la vertu? Selon la guitare?
Good qualities, peacefulness, cleanliness,
Yeah.
tolerance, happiness.
You are quite settled. You do things at the proper time. You associate with the proper people. You're regulated. You know what ought to be done, what ought not to be done. You are controlled to some effect. You may not be fully controlled of the mind. Shamo Damastapashocham. You are tolerant. So that's going to pave the way to get your boarding pass, so you can climb the plane. And Nivritti Marg means you go back to a different world. Krishna says in the Gita 8:20, Vyakta Avyakta Sanatana. My dear Arjuna, there is another region. See, this world is manifested, non-manifested. Manifested, non-manifested. Vyakta, avyakta. Vyakta, just like the bulb. Do you know about electricity? This bulb is on and off. Do you know that? It's called an alternative current. Do you think the light is always on? It seems to us it is always on, but what is the speed of light? 3 lakhs kilometers 1 second. 300,000 kilometers per second. But actually the light is alternative. Vous savez? Vous le savez? Ben oui. Il faut aller à l'école. Donc, le courant est alternatif. On, off. But it seems to us, well, it's always on. Because it's so fast. Can you imagine 300,000 kilometers per second? In the same way, this is microcosms, and the world is microcosms, tiny macrocosm. I mean, microcosms, macrocosm. So this material world has such a long-lasting life. 311 trillion, 40 billion years. Oh, it's eternal, but actually it's on and off also. So Krishna says in 8:20, beyond those two functions, manifested, non-manifested, manifested, non-manifested, there is another realm which is called Sanatan. Sanatan Dham. This is the place of Krishna. If you go there, there is no question of on and off. It's present, eternal present. Finish. Life is you finish the journey. Your plane has reached destination. Hare Krishna. I'll stop here. Thank you very much. So if you have any questions, vous avez des questions, n'hésitez pas. Oui.
Tu donnais l'exemple d'une guerre qui avait été causée par quelque chose d'insignifiant. Mais bon, il y a des causes karmiques derrière.
Oui, bien sûr.
Donc apparemment, c'était pour un petit truc, mais bon.
Oui, c'est une bonne question. Il est clair que vous avez remarqué, hein, vous connaissez l'histoire, tous les 60, depuis à peu près 200 ans, il y a une guerre tous les 50, 60 ans à peu près. Regardez, il y a eu la guerre entre la Prusse et la France en 1870. Hein. Ensuite, première guerre de 14-18, deuxième guerre 39-45. Là, on parle des grandes. À côté, il y a plein de petites guerres à droite à gauche. La guerre de Crimée, la guerre du Vietnam. Donc, il y a toujours des escarmouches. Ça, c'est clair, elle a raison. C'est comme si vous avez des boutons. Vous mangez mal. Vous mangez mal, ben vous allez avoir des boutons. Hein, des boutons, vous avez vu, c'est purulent. Hein, c'est pas beau, un bouton. Eh bien, c'est pareil. L'humanité se conduit mal, il va y avoir des boutons. C'est pas compliqué. Hein. Je suis très cru, mais il va y avoir des boutons. Les boutons, c'est les guerres. C'est pour purifier l'atmosphère, toute la racaille. Toute la racaille doit disparaître. C'est un des rôles de Krishna. Vinashayat Shadushkritam.
La racaille, c'est pas les personnes qui meurent elles-mêmes,
c'est tout le monde. On est aussi un peu racaille. On est aussi un peu racaille sur les bords. On est aussi un peu racaille sur les bords. On fait partie de la racaille. Mais on a compris qu'on était de la racaille et on essaie de se purifier. Donc on est quand même... On va pas nous tuer. Krishna va dire, bon, très bien, allez, continue à te purifier. On verra ce qu'on pourra faire avec toi. Mais voilà, les gens qui sont ici-bas sont de la racaille. La racaille n'est pas ici. La racaille est au monde spirituel. La racaille, pardon, est ici. Hein, comment dirais-je, au monde spirituel, ça c'est les gens purs. Si on est là, c'est qu'on est un peu de la racaille. Ça c'est clair. Donc un dévot de Krishna, c'est quelqu'un qui se prend en charge et se dit, bon, c'est vrai que j'étais quand même, vraiment, j'ai fait des grosses bêtises quand même. Soyons honnêtes, même dans cette vie, on voit bien qu'on n'a pas toujours, on n'est pas toujours bien situé, même en tant que dévot. Donc on est redevable. La seule façon de s'en sortir, encore une fois, c'est de servir Krishna. Hare Krishna. Merci beaucoup. Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, Madhavendra, Puri.
Jai Shri Prabhupada ki jai.
Juste, peut-être c'est mieux qu'on traduise, parce que là vous avez donné du nectar qui n'était pas traduit.
Ah bon?
Passer d'une idée à l'autre en un contact.
Bon, bah, au moins vous avez les deux langues. Ah mais c'est lent, ça ralentit énormément. Oui, ça ralentit de 50%. Ben là, de toute façon, ils vont avoir quand même des deux, quoi. Non, mais là, ils vont avoir beaucoup de français, quand même. Mais ils vont avoir beaucoup de français, quand même.
Enfin, c'était bien, c'était parfait, mais on peut faire encore mieux. C'est important de penser aux gens qui parlent anglais ou qui ne parlent pas français.
Je suis pas je peux leur donner des cours, c'est mon métier.
Oui, mais enfin, en ligne...
Il faut faire phrase par phrase, parce que moi je ne peux pas lire.
Ah ouais.
Parce que quand on parle une minute, c'est très dur.
Ben oui, c'est pour ça qu'il faut faire vite des fois.
Vite, mais non. Enfin, je ne vais pas faire comment.
Là, je l'amène dans le film. Faut que j'y pense.
machine.
C'est la machine à laver.
Hein?
La machine à laver.
Carte de crédit.
Ah, tu vas faire des rendez-vous.
Non, non, voilà, c'est vrai, c'est une machine, ça.
Ah oui, les choses fonctionnent.
Oh non, je l'ai oublié, donc je ne sais pas retrouver.
Il a quand même mieux qu'à son mère.
Mais un gars est au courant, un gars est au courant.
Here, you know, put that, and then the rest of the flour, and then the roll.
Si Dieu, mon fils est dans la partie, il a un petit cheveu. Qui après, voilà, c'est les gosses qui vont. Je vais aller dans les